In Australia, we've got a few ways of describing the vastness of the Australian landscape, starting with the outback. Then there's the Never Never, the bush, Timbuktu, Whoop Whoop, and my personal favourite, Bumfuck Nowhere. So strap yourselves in for a whole lot of Outback Australia during our Stuart Highway road trip. After jumping on the Stuart Highway, we hit the road north, stopping in at some roadside stops offering views across the dry inland salt lakes, a classic roadhouse or two, followed by pretty much absolutely nothing else for about 500 kilometres. Seriously, 99% of this drive has absolutely nothing to see, but don't let that fool you. The cheeky 1% you'll find on the way makes up for a whole lot of nothing, especially when the mountains start appearing in the desert. Situated just a short drive from the middle of nowhere, you'll find Coober Pedy, which is best known for being the opal capital of the world. On the surface, it's a pretty unique town in the stinking hot desert sun, surrounded by a never-ending sea of unnatural mullikeeps. The name Coober Pedy actually sums up the only thing going on in this place, and that's a bunch of white fellas in a hole. But when you look closer, you'll find that it's not only just the miners in holes, but most of the homes, shops, and even churches are dug in the earth, or as they call them, dugouts. They do this because the temperatures average in the high 30s on the surface in summer, while underground sits in the mid to low 20s, so it saves on energy. It's a pretty surreal place, and feels like something out of a science fiction movie, which is no doubt why they filmed so many features like Mad Max, Pitch Black, Mortal Kombat and Priscilla Queen of the Desert here, just to name a few. Take an underground mine tour, do some noodling for free, and you never know, you might get a tad obsessed and find yourself in Outback opal hunters one day. Not that far out of town is the stunning Kanku-Breakaways. Tens of millions of years ago, it was an inland sea floor, and after all those years of minerals weathering and eroding, it now presents itself as if someone threw thousands of litres of paint across the desert. I really didn't expect to find a mini Death Valley in the middle of Australia, but here we are. Continuing on the loop through the park, you'll find a section of the 5,600 kilometre long Dingo Fence, designed to keep the pesky critters away from the grazing sheep in Australia. From there, we said goodbye to Coober Pedy and hit the road north again. We did a couple of roadside free camps, but that's it for South Australia for now, until we hit the coast later in the year of course. Next up, we're crossing the Northern Territory and head straight for Uluru and Kings Canyon. If you're keen on seeing what else Central Australia has to offer, tune in next episode. Until then, thanks for watching and catch you next time.